1:30, no, 4.
When it comes to.
Oh, that clock isn't right.
The computer is always right.
Let's call the meeting to order and pledge of allegiance, which we don't have any flags, so.
I think we'd learn by now.
Amanda,
I know.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
So
Yeah,
now you
Joanne,
need to
show us
put
how
that
it's
on
done.
the Amazon list.
So there you
That doesn't
go.
seem right.
Good idea.
Pledging allegiance to.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I can't believe I don't know the flag. I said, after how many years? Yeah, I know.
It's too much time in Florida, rots your brain.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It's warm. Yeah, it's warm in here. Mary.
Okay, I need a motion to, accept the agenda.
I move that.
Okay.
quorum? Second.
Yeah. Okay, Susan, made the motion and who seconded? Nada seconded. All those in favor of accepting the agenda? All in favor?
That's what
All
I'm
right.
running start here.
Okay, the minutes from the previous meeting. Do you want to make a motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the minutes from the previous meeting that was circulated.
One thing I mentioned was, the fact that I think we need to put the names of the people who are on Zoom. I'm not sure. Oh, you did? Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see it when you did it. Okay.
I will double
Oh,
check
yeah.
on that, and if I
I
haven't,
didn't see the grandparents.
I don't think we got their names, did we?
Goldstein or something? Was it Goldstein?
You would know what the mother. Oh, you don't remember because they were. She was your.
last name is Goldstein.
Was it the name? I don't remember.
Oh, that you.
Because I thought I recognized the person in the picture, but I'm not in picture and I'm blind.
Yeah.
What are the odds? But,
His
I
grandmother.
thought it was Renee Goldstein's grandson.
She was a teacher.
Yeah, she was retired.
Renee, that was her grandson?
Benay.
That wasn't,
Renee, that's it.
that was, she wasn't here.
her first name.
No?
Renee Goldstein wasn't here.
Yes, she was.
She was
That
a
was-
grandparent.
That was her.
She's the grandparent.
I battled with her in fifth grade.
That's
a long time ago.
What grade?
Fifth grade, she
Fifth
was
grade,
man,
yeah.
yeah. No, she was my son.
Yeah.
We're at odds.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
She was here.
I thought she was great. I thought she
Ah.
did wonders. Are we being taped here?
Yes, I started the recording. Sorry.
I was talking about the people who were Zooming who are not on the board. Do we need to include them, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Have to check on that.
Well,
that should be in the recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her husband, I think his name is Mike, but I'm not sure. Well, you
Mike
could always.
Goldstein?
Elizabeth, Gabby, and Mike.
I know Mike Goldstein too.
Yeah,
That was him?
I guess. Don't know if they were together.
She was, but she hopped
Okay,
off.
all right. Yeah, I know she was.
Okay.
So,
we have to look at the.
Table them? Check.
yeah,
Okay.
you think we better table them?
Yeah, just look at the names.
Yeah, I think
So we wanna
too.
make sure we have the Zoom people and the grandparents.
Yeah.
I emailed you on that, but I guess it got lost or something. I did?
Yeah.
But those emails end up being like these very long.
I know,
These
yeah.
long threads are really
Okay.
tough to follow.
So any public comment?
If I could present, I'm Andy Ferraro, I'm a village trustee, and I was speaking to your director last week, I think it was Thursday or Friday of last week, about your internet connection.
Okay,
And I'm right now in the process of renewing our franchise with Optimum. And it has always been that you should receive at no charge into the, at least video connection and a basic internet connection. And I'd asked if that in fact is happening, but I don't know. So you have Optimum and are you paying for it? And do you have any special needs? Is the
Well,
question.
Amanda would be the one to answer that question. we would certainly need to know that if we were getting it for free, that it would have meet all of the needs that
Well,
we
that's
have
exactly
as a
why, as
library, which
Amanda
might be
mentioned to me,
different than.
Amanda mentioned to me that, you do other things, and I need to know what you do, and it may not, and in which case, I'll just drop the whole thing.
All right.
Do you work for Optimum?
No, I don't,
Oh,
but I was in the cable industry as Mike Egan was
oh, I
for
see.
over 40 years.
see.
I wish
wondered-
the
just
town
wondered
would
how
not
you know.
renew with Optimum.
Well, we have we have, as you know, Frontier is now running fiber. We have First Link, which is what the municipal uses. We use First Link for all of our connections. And we have even a third one who wants to come in called Greenlight from out of Albany. So we have, but they are strictly internet and not programming. So you would have to learn how to use a lot of apps and things. It wouldn't be as simple as hit channel 2.
Oh, I cut all my cable a couple of years
Then
ago.
Frontier or First Light. First Light would be for this building. They're strictly commercial.
First line.
Do we do
And then
lights?
we're working on another one. So that's the question. But so to answer your question, I don't work directly for Optimum. No, I'm retired from cable industry for well over 40 years, 42 as a matter of fact. And I'm a trustee now for 1 full year. And I have 3 more wonderful years to go. And I'm just looking so forward to it. You have no idea.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
I'm Andy Ferraro. I'll leave you
Okay.
my cards when I leave.
All right.
So you're referring to some federal program, right, that
Not federal, it's
No,
just with Optimum.
industry?
Yeah, it's our franchise agreement. In our
Okay.
franchise agreement with Optimum that was done 10 years ago, it's due now. In it clearly says that you should get programming. Programming may be limiting because do you show programming to the kids or to adults at all?
Meaning cable?
Yeah.
No.
Good. So then you could get it at no charge, at least the basic level. But if you have to carry more than just basic, then it probably wouldn't help. That's the mayor.
You should look into it then.
I'll just
Well, I think
kill that.
it would be part of their contract. So that includes internet service as well as cable.
Yes, but again,
that's all
I don't know
provided.
what your needs are. You just said meet your needs. You mentioned that last week, so I don't know what your needs are, and this may be all moot. This may be absolutely nothing. But
Well, we certainly need, a cable speed that supports the use of multiple computers and Zoom, so probably a fairly high speed level.
okay, so then it wouldn't work. And I would recommend that you contact First Light if you're paying Optimum. We went to First Light because we need bi-directional speed. So we have, the police station is 250 bi-directional. Our village hall is 150 bi-directional. Right now, you probably only have 35 going upstream. You're very slow, as all of us are that have the service.
Melanie?
They're putting in fiber all over the place.
Yes,
We
we
just
just got
signed
fiber.
up, so I would say fiber's here, about, that'll increase speed drastically.
I don't notice it, but
Well, not yet, you have to sign up for it.
Well,
I
She
have
has it.
If you
I
signed
have
up,
it,
it's
they
supposed
put it
to,
in today and it's up to 500 now.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it's supposed to be.
Well, I think you,
They just put it
library
in
must
today.
need 500.
Yeah, I'd have to go and see what our Optimum includes, but yeah, we would obviously need high speeds. I mean, our internet is definitely slow. We feel it quite often.
Well, again, it's a shared service. So when in the middle of the winter when it's cold and all the kids are home from school, it's slow.
yeah.
It's very slow because it's shared. Whereas a fiber to the home service that's being introduced now isn't shared. It goes right back to the main switch. So you have your speed stays up.
So
Well-
our IT person then should call Optima and find out more about it, maybe?
Yes?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you. You're welcome to come to more of our meetings and see what we can do with the town.
With the village.
With the village.
Well, a brief update, we've hired a marketing company that is now out marketing Monroe. I've met with every board I can meet with. We're planning different events within Crane Park. We're putting lights around Crane Park, around the bike trail, as well as music. You've heard music down the downtown. I'm going to extend that to around the ponds. So we are moving forward in a lot of levels, a lot of areas. We had a meeting on Saturday at the town hall for our updating of Crane Park.
Mhm.
So
Great.
we took suggestions from the public on what they like, what they don't like. So we'll make those public as soon as our agent pulls it all together.
I noticed that I've been away and we went on the walkway. I noticed that a lot of plants were taken out. Is that going to be maintained that way? Are we going to be planting new things there to replace the ugly weedy things?
It was cleaned up because it's been pretty much ignored. So a lot of things are going to be done to Crane Park. That horrible dirt bridge that goes to the island will be removed and a bridge will be put in.
Oh,
We're thinking about that very dangerous intersection at the traffic light where Stage and 17M
Yeah.
come together. We're thinking of maybe just before the falls, put a bridge there so you can bypass going there. So take a shortcut over to the other side.
that'd be nice.
And putting in a whole bunch of little areas where you can sit and talk, not just benches stuck in anywhere, but little conversation spots.
Yeah, that'd be
And
nice
that's
because you
just-
see the people out there,
Excuse
especially,
me?
you see a lot of people out there, especially as evening is coming, sitting on the benches and sitting even on the fire memorial, just because there's not enough places to sit and chat.
No,
So
there's
that'd be
very few places to sit.
Well, but also if some nicer plantings would be,
Well,
plantings.
here's some
And
of
by the way, we have a garden club.
not anymore, you know.
You know?
The garden club was in charge of those.
No,
They
no,
were,
no,
but they pretty much aged out.
Right, yeah,
Well,
well,
they were there on Saturday, bringing us the pictures. I mean, I know most of those women over the years that have lived here, and they just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
We
Well-
need younger people to step up.
well, the library has a garden club is what
That's
Netta
what
was
I
trying to
meant.
say.
Oh, I thought you just what did.
No,
Crane
that
Park
was what I meant.
Okay,
So maybe the library can do something
absolutely.
in the
And-
future.
It'd be nice to see I'm sure somebody mentioned it, like a bandstand or something.
See, permanent structures,
That's a
the
problem.
Monroe Improvement Association, formed 1921, was formed to protect that park and to purchase all the land that now makes up Crane Park. There are homes there. There's a lot of things there. There's, I think, over 27 deeds. Either they were purchased and or donated to the village. Well, first to this association, and then they granted all of the deeds to the village of Monroe as a park. You're very limited what you can do as a designated parkland. Permanent structures are very difficult to put in. That would be considered a permanent structure. Certain permanent structures are allowed. Oddest ones, but are allowed. A lot of people would rather see toilets, bathrooms, instead of those terrible porta potties. So that's a thought. We're actually thinking putting that near across the street by the parking lots instead of actually in Crane Park. And we're dredging the South Pond. That starts this year, and all of the dredged material, which is very rich, will be sucked up into tubes, porous tubes. The tubes will drain the water out, and then the dried dirt will be then spread and level off, especially in the north side.
Yeah.
Is there a plan for goose management?
Well, this is the second year. The geese go back to where they were hatched. So if they never get hatched, they never come back. So this is the second year where we're oiling the eggs when we find the nest. so they don't hatch. And this is the second year we've done it. It's a 5-year program. Hopefully we'll reach a point where they won't come back, since they won't hatch. But that's going on. This is the second year, and it's like, as I said, 5-year plan.
We have a bunch of swans now.
Yeah, they can stay.
As long as they're not fouling the paths and grass.
So, well, that's terrific. Thank you so much for coming and sharing this information with us. And hopefully we can take advantage of it. And if we can, at least we have the opportunity to explore it.
There you go.
Thank
So,
you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank
Okay.
Appreciate it.
I'm available if you need to talk. If you want more about what we're planning to do, give us a call.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Director's report.
Yes.
Yes, Joey, yes.
Yes.
Look at me. I'm waiting. Oh, I'm talking about the yard sale. It was a big, huge success. It had issues and it had problems. But all in all, I had to call Mary and again, Mary. I had locked myself out because of the people out there. Kept ringing a bell, wanting to know if they could leave stuff out there, and I thought my sister was in the building, so I left my chip and I went out, not realizing she was out there, and so I locked myself out,
Oh,
and I had to
no,
call
that's-
Mary to come to let me in. But the board, if you're coming to a function, shouldn't you have 24/7 to this building, Amanda? Okay, because I used her chip, but it didn't let me in, and you didn't have one.
I didn't let us in at first, but Amanda changed that.
But
and
I
it
made
worked out.
5:30, and all in all, you guys were there, you saw the crowd.
Yeah.
The card table was left. I had to go back and bring the card table in. I realized when I ran around the circle that the card table wasn't put in. Anything you guys bring out, if you could,
Yeah, sorry about that.
because I was here till 6
Right.
before, and I got here at 5:30.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. And I couldn't get in until 7:38, whatever time I got in. And so when we do it again in September, we're gonna do the postcard where it's gonna be tables only. And if you come with a tent or a top, you're gonna pay. Yeah,
We're updating the.
yeah,
The parameters,
because they
yeah.
came with furniture, appliances. They just, I don't know if you saw the guy with the couch
Yeah.
and the love seat,
Mhm.
and the lady with the kitchen table and the
I
four chairs.
missed that. Yeah.
Oh, shit, I wish I came.
You know, I say tables. You can't put a couch on a table.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed out on that. You guys should come and support us. Now, how'd you make out the book sale?
Really well. I have a report for the PR committee report.
Are you gonna do it again in September when I have mine? If I
Maybe.
don't,
We don't know yet. We're not sure. It depends on dates and August and stuff.
Joanne, I just
Yes.
wanted to check, you said you made $530?
$530 on tables. Yes,
Nice.
Very nice.
$530. Yeah. But besides its issues, you know, getting in or being locked out or whatever, and the people leaving stuff out there and putting stuff in the trash, which I can't help.
Yeah.
You know, I try the best, but they just don't. And I told them to leave at 5:30 because clean people will come. 6 o'clock, they're still out there.
Was that the one with the stuff all over the ground?
Mhm.
Yep. And then they have put stuff in the bin.
Mhm.
And I told them, you gotta take, I took my junk home with me and I work here. I'm not leaving it on. I took everything that I bought with me back home with me. But no, you saw the stuff they left out there, the table, the baby stuff, and then they put the stuff in the dumpster.
Mm.
And I can't get in there to get the stuff out.
I
So
think-
all in all,
Dumpster diving is not part of your job
No.
description,
it
Joanne.
is at home. All in all, yes.
We
Well,
can,
you did
yeah,
very well then.
Yes.
absolutely. What I
Yeah.
would say is we could consider changing the postcards where they have to sign the back, and we have a few things that say, by signing this card, you agree to da 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 da.
We're working on it. And the money is gonna say cash up front or no
Check.
spot.
Right.
We're gonna work on a postcard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's ways
We're
to
gonna make
tweak it.
go. But this was really, really huge. Big turnout. People were happy. Myself, I made and I don't know, 35, 40 bucks. I spent half of it before I got home.
When other people sell.
I took them home to sell and I
Well, next year you have to have your yard sale on a date when I don't have a plan.
Beautiful weather
I'm
though.
sorry that I had a life. I didn't come with money because I wasn't gonna buy anything, but as I made money, I used that to spend.
Joanne, was there a table for the library or no?
No.
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 Okay.
We can do that again next time.
Yeah, we could think about it. We didn't, that wasn't on my
Mhm.
brain scan, but we could think about that for next year
Do we have,
or this fall.
do we have a, what's the date for the next yard?
She hasn't picked it yet.
But all in all, I'm thrilled that I made 530.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's
that's
great,
fabulous.
Yeah.
A lot of hard work. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I've been through a lot, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I didn't know.
I went home and I had a drink.
Well, you deserve
Or what?
to.
Pepsi.
All right, we
I
gotta get,
just had one more question on that, because some people, when we were asking for petition signing, were asking, can the library actually have voter registration forms?
We do.
They were attached to your clipboard.
Oh, well, there you go. I said I'd look into it.
Well, you did then.
I did.
Check it off your
All
list.
right. I honestly didn't know that.
yeah, and we have some in Spanish too, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can
Yeah.
print
Yes.
them out, right from the website. So if we need more, we'll just print.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that woman who's running for the town board had a suggestion because I'd asked people about the library and they didn't speak English. So she suggested maybe have a handout that explained in Spanish how to apply for library cards. So I went in and talked to Mike. Mike's wife is fluent in Spanish. She wrote up a whole paragraph. They cut them up, brought them out to me, and we were handing them out to people. And then Elizabeth had
Sherry.
yeah.
What do I write down?
And people, the people
Sherry
were
Jones.
appreciative.
Okay.
When we go out for signatures like at ShopRite and stuff,
Yeah,
we need to take that with us.
absolutely. That's
Yeah.
part of the plan, part of the major plan. Are you a member of the community who would like to speak, or are you just? Okay, all right. Let's get back on track here because we're back to, well, yeah, we're starting when we would ordinarily start, so we're half an hour ahead of where we would have been. Okay, Amanda.
Okay. A few updates. I know it was a pretty lengthy report this time, but there was a lot to share.
There was a lot in there,
Yeah. So I'll share some highlights, and if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Our numbers for our programs for children, there was a slight increase, so that was exciting from 2022 to 2023. So people are definitely still engaged. Our museum passes, it's that time of year. More people are starting to go out and about and check out. Yes. So, and the DIA, that's the new one that we got this year. It's been pretty popular. So that's a steady.
What is that?
That's in Beacon. Yeah. Yeah. DIA.
Oh, I don't know.
They have DIA.
Yeah, DIA. Yep. Yep. We continue our Year of the Arts. April was floral design. All of those programs pretty much filled themselves. One of our most successful ones was one that Melanie ran, which was with Unique K, which is the local florist.
Yeah.
Flowers are still in the fill, looking beautiful.
May is drama, and sadly, our last month for Year of the Arts is June, which is drawing. So our whole Year of the Arts concludes next month.
What will we have anything for next year?
Drawing. No,
Drawing,
not
oh,
yet.
okay.
I personally would like to do like one big project a year. So Year of the Arts was a staff-led idea where we had a kind of a group brainstorming idea where everyone broke off into groups and they said, if you had money to run a program, what would it look like? And one of the groups came up with the Year of the Arts. And I think what I loved about it is that obviously it supports the arts, but also that it was driven by the staff's interest and engagement. So I'll probably look to do something like that next year. I'd personally love to do a one book Monroe where like everyone in the community reads one book and then you like create programs around that book. So we'll see. I don't know, but I really want it to be staff led because we got a lot of great engagement that way. Petition signatures continue. I did make a tweak to the form that I wanted to share with you guys. It's fine. It's fine. No. So continue what you're doing. But if you do come back for if I'm going to give you some new sheets, so continue what you're doing. But we were having an issue with, and we have this issue every year, with people not signing clearly and then they're trying to squeeze in their name in print. So I just updated the form to say signature, print your name, so that it's just, a lot easier on everybody, because there's a lot that are probably going to get disqualified because, and this happens every year, that just are not signatures or they're illegible. And the town made a point to say that last year, so.
Well, they never have provided room on there for both.
Right.
So I've always felt that the signature was more important than the name.
Right.
Hi, Carol.
It won't count.
Yeah.
They sign.
And I noticed Maureen Richardson had where it says she just pre-filled in Monroe for everything too.
Yeah, well,
that wasn't an issue. That's what people were putting on.
No. Well, we also support Harriman though, so we can't do that.
Harriman's in Monroe.
Right, but they still put that.
Bring your chair up here, Carol.
No, I didn't pre-fill in. Kyle, there's room. Come on, you want to scooch in here? Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
But some of those are actually.
Yeah, I don't think we should. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think we should pre-fill them. Yeah. So as of my report, we actually have almost 100 signatures. I don't have your sheet, so I don't know what you guys have collected.
I've got 18 on another sheet.
Okay.
I handed in a sheet.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, so what I'm having the circulation staff support me and do the parcel search to confirm the addresses, because sometimes Melly and I had that issue today where someone thought she was Monroe. Her address was Monroe, but it was really Chester.
Yes.
So we're confirming those. So the confirmed ones that we have 93 confirmed. So
I always ask people
800
where
would
they
be
pay
a good
their
cushion.
taxes.
Not everybody knows that either.
Right, a lot of people don't know,
Yeah.
and
It's true.
they really don't, it's astounding,
Yeah.
but it is true.
I'm astounded.
Yeah.
They don't, and so we
But at
find-
least that gives you.
Yes.
So
Well,
yes.
you know what, sometimes we ask if they could vote for the mayor, for the town mayor.
Right.
Oh,
For
that's a
the
good
village
question.
mayor, because
Then you get a
that's
sense.
kinda, if they could vote for,
Yeah.
then they are Monroe residents, but yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me too about this, like, change to the petition to change the number of signatures.
Yes. So there is a new
I
bill.
read that right. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah, there's a new bill that's coming out that the Mid-Hudson Library System is trying to push out to everybody to get it on the agenda, so that association libraries like us only have to do 25 signatures to get on the ballot, because they realize
Oh, my word.
how laborious it is to get all these signatures every single year. I mean, you guys encounter it, we encounter it. People say to us, didn't I already sign this?
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna forward the email addresses of the committee members that we're supposed to be urging to push the agenda forward to get this bill passed. So
That's New York State.
New York State. So I will send that email out tomorrow to everybody to get it done.
It'll be such a huge,
It really would be. It really would
you
be.
get to vote on it, I mean, that's the point,
Yeah,
but you're not exhausting all your effort on trying to get these in.
exactly.
If there were
Exactly.
100 signatures, I'd get them 900 and something.
Yeah.
The only plus with those is you do get an opportunity to
To
interact
talk.
with the community.
Yeah.
But we can find other ways to do that. We can take that time and find better ways to do it than just
Right.
sign them.
That's true.
Good point.
That's true. Yep. So I attached a very long annual report, the New York City annual report, but I also included like the top 10 interesting facts you should know about the report. So you saw a lot of increase. There was a few decreases in certain things, such as physical circulation of certain collections, but overall our circulation was up, like our children's collection circulation was up. But you will see an increase in our electronic circulation. So
Yeah.
more people are becoming, which balances it out. Absolutely, yes. One thing that wasn't on there that I couldn't squeeze in was our website. Last year, our website got 143,000 hits. This year, it was 191,000 hits. So more and more people are coming to the website. So that was an exciting increase, which is nice.
Yeah, and that's something that we need to tell people when we're. I'll say to people, do you use the library? And some people, oh yeah, I'm here all the time. And others will say, well, I really don't have an opportunity. And I say, you don't have to come to the library. You can go online, get
Yeah.
ebooks, audio books,
Yeah.
controlled databases.
Yep. Absolutely. And I think that'll be a lot smoother for you guys when you're out in the public, or even me, when our website becomes mobile friendly. Because then you can just whip it right out on your phone and say, see, look, it's this easy. You know, right now it's clunky and challenging. And you know, that was one of the things that I've attached was the website redesign proposal.
Yep.
So I don't know. I personally feel like it's a lot, but apparently that's what the library paid in 2018.
I don't think that's a lot.
You don't? I mean, I could be wrong. I've never paid for website redesign.
Well, you're paying for a specific skill set
Mhm.
that is a highly paid skill set,
Mhm.
and it also means that they should be working with you,
Right.
not just presenting you with a finished product.
Right.
So that if you're not happy with the way something is,
Right.
they should be working with you on that.
Yeah. So we did have a first like a workshopy thing where Alon came and it was at a staff meeting, and we talked to him about what we liked about the website, what we really think needed to change, what we'd like to see. So we were able to kind of brainstorm those ideas with him. And then he's going to take those ideas and present us with some options. And I think he said it in the proposal that it would include revisions based on which option we decide to move forward with. And we do want to do a color palette change because we don't, we find that color palette is a little jarring and limiting.
Well, it's also good to periodically change the color palette, just like I hate it when the supermarket moves things around.
Yeah.
Okay, because it redirects your eye.
Right.
I mean, also I think it's important, hopefully the designer will help, but considering things like accessibility.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So
abilities and text readers and things like that. 'Cause
Yeah.
Right now having what's basically, I'll call it like beige on beige, things that are very close to color. This is not helpful.
Contrast and stuff like that. Yeah, we do. We try to be as mindful of that as we can when we're doing our own graphics.
Yeah.
But when Alex was here, he came to me to ask for this additional thing that overlays on top of the website that provides additional accessibility, which does do the contrast and the screen improvement and stuff like that. So that already lives there, which is great. But I think color contrast, even with the text and the font size and the font, is important too. So I'm very cognizant of those things. I look forward to that. But it is over the limit that I am allowed to spend. So if you guys can vote on
You
it,
want to vote?
I would like one if that's okay. I mean, I'd like to move forward with it.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Do we want a motion on this now, or do we want to wait?
With
$67,000.
No, was it 6.2?
6350, right? Yeah, 6350. $6,350.
Oh, right, yes, I read that.
And as you said, it's $100 more than it was the last time.
It's the same price. It didn't
Is it?
increase at all, and that was in 2018.
Wow, so that's great.
Yeah.
So,
I'll make a motion that we vote on accepting the bid for the website redesign.
okay, and do we have a second?
I'll
Carol
second.
seconds. All those in favor? You got it.
Great. I did want to include that the new language learning app Mango has officially launched. We're going to be doing some training, staff training in May, so that our staff is well aware of how to use it. Mike is actually, I think he said at some point, going to do one for the adults. Elizabeth is going to work on marketing and get that out there to the community. I'm also going to send it to the school district so that they can share it with the parents, that there's that opportunity. And the great thing about it is that you can have 5 profiles off of one library card. So it's a family profile.
A whole
Yeah.
family could be.
Yeah.
Netflix.
But yeah, basically Netflix for language learning. So
So I think that's something we can also push when we do signature requests.
Yeah.
absolutely.
What do you mean by a profile?
So like when you have to create an account, right?
Okay.
Everyone in your house doesn't have to create their own account. They can use the same account, but have a profile on it. So like they each can have their own language that they want to learn and be in different spots, but it's only one library card.
Wow, that's interesting.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be sharing that soon.
Will you be, we had talked about Canopy at one point.
Canopy, I think, is too expensive. I think they have a patron-driven model, which like if a patron clicks on a movie like a certain number of times, then you automatically it triggers to purchase it. And I don't think it's a good model for us. I don't know if there's a real demand for it because Canopy is mostly documentaries. It's not like feature films or anything like that. Yeah. Yeah, we did look into Friegel, like I mentioned last month. Mike and Melanie did a review of it, and we just met last week. We decided to not move forward with it because the collection is not that great. It's a lot of covers, and so it's like if you're not going to get the original music, what's the point of moving over to a subpar kind of service? So we decided not to move forward with that. We'll revisit it in a few years. Maybe there's something better. So
What happened with Rosetta Stone?
Rosetta Stone, so RCLS basically went to Rosetta Stone and said, are you going to create an app? Because the way our patrons access Rosetta Stone is too clunky and it's very challenging. And they said, no, we have no interest. So RCLS said, okay, well, we're going to go elsewhere. So they're going to sunset the service with Rosetta Stone. I think that ends in September. So Rosetta Stone is still available, but Mango is like we're kind of just pushing that now because it's more user friendly.
Yeah, I'll have to try it. I've been trying Duolingo, and do you try that?
I like it too.
You do, because I like the fact that it prompts you, but I kept learning. I know what Libro is in Italian. They keep repeating the same words over and over.
That's because that's how you learn.
I know, but still, I want a few new ones.
I noticed that RCLS is rolling out tutor.com.
Yes, they did. So now it's a system-wide adoption, which is great. When we go into the schools, we can say everyone in RCLS has it instead of saying, oh, no, it's just an RCLS thing, not a Woodbury or a Chester thing. I actually just pointed someone on Facebook to chesterstutor.com because they were looking for a tutor for their kid. And I said, oh, if you have a Monroe card, you can do tutor.com. They're like, oh, no, we're Chester patrons. So like, oh, Chester has it too. There you go. So it's great. We get a better rate, obviously, because now it's part of the consortia. So we will get that return. Yeah.
But you introduced it.
No, there were other people, but there was one, Sarah actually from Woodbury. She was the one who kind of pushed it for the system to look at it as a systems situation. So she was the one that kind of pushed forward with that one.
Good.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to talk about was Mary had brought it to my attention that now that we've moved the CDs from our key bank accounts, we're now getting charged maintenance fees on both of those accounts.
How much?
One is like 18, and I think the other one was like 40 something, right, Mary?
I think altogether it was like $43.
Right.
A month?
A month.
It's like
Yeah.
500.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They use of our money.
Yeah. There's very minimal amounts in those accounts. I don't know the logistics of it, but is there a way that we can just transfer that money to another, maybe one of our Connect One accounts and not have to pay those maintenance fees?
I would think so. My husband said, I mentioned that to him, and he said, Chase doesn't charge for CDs.
Well,
It's not
because
the
it's
CD.
not the CD. So what happened is because we used to have a lot of money in those accounts. Now that we don't have a certain number anymore, we're getting charged the maintenance fee.
Oh, you don't have the
Minimum or
amount.
whatever. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I think by Casey, we just have to approve the financial transfer.
Right. And that's it.
We just dissolve, we just close it.
Okay.
Do we have to vote on that?
Do you have to vote on that?
We have, I don't think we need Casey to hear the. No, cool, great.
Tell
Okay.
Casey.
Okay.
Somebody make a motion, just so it's clean.
I'll make a motion
To.
to close the accounts that are too small and have maintenance billing fees and move the money to an account that doesn't do that.
Yes,
Friendly.
excellent. Well said.
That's it.
Do we have a second?
Bad motion. I
I
don't
said, oh, okay, Carol.
Carol,
do that.
what?
Do that.
And discussion, any discussion? I think it's a discussion.
What?
Yeah, we always have discussion first.
Well, I don't know what that bank, I know like the bank on
Yeah.
a savings account has a $300 minimum, for
Okay.
example.
Yeah. Some other things going on.
Wait a second, we
We
didn't
didn't
vote.
vote.
Oh, vote.
All in favor? Unanimous.
So
Um,
do we have to do, just Casey does that, right? Or,
yeah.
so we have
Casey.
to tell them?
I'll send you the.
Yeah.
Right,
There's
hopefully he's gonna be
Yeah.
here later on.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah.
just. he's not here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I send it, he
Awesome.
okays it, and then he comes in and signs.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
A small group of staff who made up the marketing committee has finalized our marketing goals for 2023. So those include developing and deploying targeted marketing and outreach to different MFL patrons, develop and deploying a multi-pronged strategy to increase our digital presence. So you'll notice over the past month, we did an unboxing video. We did a little video waving hello during National Library Week. So we're trying to increase the staff's visibility, behind the scenes stuff, what's going on in the library, how does the library run? So that's one of our goals this year, to really kind of get
That's
that type of awareness.
Yeah.
I think that's cool to let people know how the library runs,
Yeah.
because they just see books.
Mhm.
It's
Right.
not magic.
Yeah, it's a perpetual problem that every library faces, but I think this is one way to kind of get people engaged. We've also got a lot of great coverage from the photo news lately. 2 ads have been in there. Our photo, they on their own, they put in the information about the Small Business Month. They did that on their own. They didn't even ask us. They just kind of did it, and they did it last
I saw
week too with the yard sale. So they did that. They put our press release in about National Library Week, so that was great. Yeah, so we're getting a lot of great engagement, digital and print. Speaking of Small Business Month, we had our first program last week. Terry participated. It was low participation, but the rest of the programs have additional signups. I have at least 5 or 6 signups for each program that I'm running for the rest of the month. Gabby helped me with our part-time reference clerk. Gabby helped me with a LibGuide to put together all of our business resources. So she was really great help with that. One of the biggest signups I have so far is our professional headshots. So, because it's free, and I think it's a great resource. I've got over 30 signups total. People are still signing up. Yeah, so I'm excited. Yeah, we're continuing to push it out, get the word out.
What was the program that you went to, Terry?
Resources.
Just
An overview of the resources the library has for small businesses.
Okay.
yeah.
That's nice.
That's something that can be done again at any point.
Yeah.
It's not something that will go out of style or anything. So
Women that were there,
Once you've done
absolutely.
everything, that's what
Yeah.
size you get up to the other.
Yes.
Kind of build it.
Yeah.
women that came, two women that came were really excited about it.
Yeah.
They learned a lot. They didn't know we had all the places.
Yeah. And one of the
That's
women is a
terrific.
library supporter. So she comes to the library a lot, comes to a lot of our programs. She's in our garden club. So she's really active, and there was things she didn't even know. So that was nice to see that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Professional development. I just want to quickly mention that we had a workshop this past month about our weeding. So in layman's terms, weeding a collection is when you remove books from your collection to update it, to refresh it if they're outdated or old. It's time to weed your collection. There's a criteria that every collection goes, follows. So we had a workshop where we all watched this webinar on Niche Academy, and then we discussed, you know, what we learned. We also discussed how our processes are for reading particular collections, like how you read a DVD is different than how you're going to read a picture book. So we kind of talked about that, and what we realized is, you know, we don't really have a procedure. We have a policy, which, you know, some people didn't even know we had, because it's not something that you just talk about. You know, after a while it becomes like, oh, I know how to do this thing, you know, but some people don't realize the policy. Not that anyone's doing anything wrong, but, you know, but we decided that, you know, we want to explore the idea of creating a procedure just so that there's more awareness of how we're creating a dynamic and fresh collection. So that was something that we did last month.
It's very important, which I realized when I thought I had a dynamic audiovisual collection and I had to move it, and I went through things. I had all these humanities ink slides that had turned pink, and all the kids on the slides had afros and bells.
It might come back and
And I
stuff.
thought, yeah, maybe I ought to get rid of some of this
I'm
stuff.
so glad you're coming back.
Well,
Everything's
Every
back.
few
It's a
years
while
they come
ago.
back.
So,
Should have kept it, it's eternal.
And then just two last things. One thing with regards to the long range plan, I met with a representative from the school district who runs their assistive technology program, and she came and showed me some of her gadgets that they
yeah,
use.
that was interesting.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Some of them are more expensive than others, but I think it's definitely something that it's part of our long range plan that we were looking to move forward with and offer it. You know, one of the things that she talked about was, even if we could, of course, the most expensive thing on the list, the Clearview Go. That's something that just raises awareness and makes it more normal for people to just see it and see, hey, I can read and I don't have to be embarrassed about reading. 2 months ago, when Mike and I and Sue went to the senior center, Anne Marie, the director there, told us that there was a senior that was embarrassed that he couldn't read, so he would go into the basement and read the screen reader and read the paper and magazines and stuff, because he didn't want to do that in front of his friends. So just having this machine readily available for people, making it more normal, making it out in the open and available to people, I think is important.
So that's one piece of equipment? That
Yes.
would be here in the library? Or
Correct. Yes.
lend it out?
So the other two, the C Pen reader and then the Magnify, the mini low, those could be checked out because they're smaller, they're portable. I mean, they do have a price tag to them.
So you'd be just getting more than each thing?
I would say to start.
Yeah, and see how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know just yet, but I would love to. So this is part of some of the things that I'd like to include if our budget passes for next year.
Also, we talked about getting grants for those things.
Yeah,
right?
we could still explore that. Absolutely.
Or even putting it out as if people want to donate things.
Right. Yeah.
Scoopus just got a whole boatload of money, so we could write a letter asking them to support those items. These
Yeah.
specific items, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then lastly, just a few comment cards. I really enjoy my experience at the Monroe Free Library. I really enjoy being here with excellent service. Just one thing, please have a phone to use. Thank you in advance. And then, can we use the computers for free? So clearly there's some people who are just not sure how to access our computers, but they didn't leave a name or an email, so I can't reach out to them, unfortunately.
But I mean, maybe sometimes if like one person's asking the question,
Yeah,
more people have the question, but they don't.
that's
bring it up.
right. So it's
So
just a
maybe
matter of
it's an additional
marketing it.
signage,
Yeah,
right?
signage. Yeah.
Free.
All you need is a
Absolutely.
library card.
Yep.
Yeah. And this is how you get one.
Anything that I didn't cover that you have questions about?
I was just thinking, what's happening with the universal card thing?
Oh, yeah.
What's
So
that?
the library card you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
With the school district?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have,
Oh,
we heard back from Grace at RCLS. The last time we spoke about this, Sarah, who's from Woodbury, who's a part of this group, was trying to find out if they needed to have the parents opt in rather than opt out, like if they needed to sign anything. But Grace said no. So we can move forward with the opt-out idea, and we have another meeting with the school district next Thursday to discuss logistics. So we're moving forward with it. So now it's just a matter of them getting the notification to the parents and then us figuring out a plan of how we're going to roll this out. I think one of the hardest things, the challenging thing is we're not going to know how many kids are on that list until September. And then we have to come up with a rollout plan. So, Sarah and I are trying to prepare them that it is going to take time to create these cards. So we'd have to do it in a staggered approach and not all in 1 month.
Yeah.
So our estimate is probably by the end of 2023. So from September to December.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
terrific.
So, but yeah, no, we're excited that it's going to get to move forward in that aspect because I do think we'll get a lot more card holders that way.
Oh, yeah.
People engaged in the library that way.
Terrific stuff.
Yeah.
Lots of goodies.
Lots of great things going on.
Yeah. So next is the treasurer's report, and there's no treasurer. And so maybe he will show up later on. Nominating, Diane?
Well, we had one person interested, showed up last week, and he did email and say that everybody in his family was sick, so he was not gonna attend tonight.
And thank you for not attending when you're finished.
Yeah.
I don't want the flu, right? And, you had mentioned that you had kind of cast a net at the,
Yes, we had
Exactly.
2 people interested. They both got applications.
they did.
Yeah, at the desk. Amanda and Mike facilitated the whole thing. And so they walked away and we said we already had one person who was interested. And we only had one position open. And so the woman who first approached me and then Terry talked to one of the friends, which I hope she realizes she can't be a friend and a board member at the same time.
We didn't get that far, but she was very interested in helping however she could.
Okay. So, anyway, the one woman said, well, whatever, however it falls out. So,
So they walked out of here with applications.
Yes,
And
There
were
were 3
told,
people on the list.
okay, and were they told to come bring them here or?
I don't know what it says on the application because I didn't look at it. Does it?
I think it does say to submit to the
Director?
director.
Okay, all right. Do you know the one woman's name that you spoke with first?
Yes.
Okay, because we already have, it's Anna, right? We already have her contact information. If you know who that woman is, we can reach out and say, when you're done with the application, please submit it to the library.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
Do you want me to give her name here or?
just after is fine.
Yeah, okay.
Or just forward it to.
Yeah.
Well, how about if I put it on a little
There
piece
you
of
Whoa,
paper?
how old school.
Yes or no? Yes or no? Do we need to vote on the previous candidate?
Well, he didn't finish his
His
paperwork.
right,
Oh, okay,
he didn't
okay.
finish his application, yeah.
Thank you.
And you feel he's definitely interested?
He expressed that.
Yeah, to me
Okay.
as well.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Do you have an email address?
Do you know her?
No.
Does she have a library card? I can look up her email address that way.
Oh,
I'll put Anna on there too.
okay, thank you. Yeah, Nicole, the previous oops, sorry.
This woman told
like a
me that
half-
she was a guidance counselor in the city and she just retired.
Oh,
And I explained to her the kind of people we were looking for, people who got along well with other people, who were positive, who were worked well with other people, you know. And she said, "Oh, that's me." So, you know, I make a point of that always. Those are the kind of people, because we have such a great group right now. Okay, what have I got on this side? All right, you write it down, give it back to me in case, or at least I'll give it to you at the end in case, because I have some notes.
Writing down, take a picture.
Oh, aren't you the
Oh.
clever one? I do that too. Okay, so that's nominating. We don't have anything else there, right?
No, don't. So that would be great.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else to do about the previous applicant, you know, I did contact them and asked them to fill it out. They didn't. get back to
You
me.
asked him the second time? or-
I did, and then I asked, you know, obviously that's.
I think if I
fine.
see him in the library, maybe, but he's sick, so I won't see him anytime soon, but maybe between now and the next
Yeah.
meeting,
Okay, yeah,
I'll
'cause he
I'll
did
see if
say
I
it.
see him.
And you know what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He just emailed me tonight about not coming because of the flu. I'll respond to that.
and then reminds him.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
that's great.
yeah, yeah.
Buildings and grounds.
Nothing new, because all things I know is last.
Well, there is something new, sorry.
Did Tony come down?
He did not come back.
Told
So
me the other day he was coming.
he did not. So, they're still having the leak issue. That we found that there were new stains on the window. So I did text him and reach out, but he never responded to me. So I'm gonna follow up with him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Tony. He was gonna come by the house too.
Yeah, right. I'll be there tomorrow.
But he does great work.
And did he get his thank you?
Yes,
Oh,
and
he
he was very pleased to get the thank you.
Nice.
And I said to him, you could use it for tax purposes if you wanted. That's why I
No
wanted
amount on it.
it. Yeah.
Can I
So-
just add something to the nominating people?
Sure.
Anna is an architect
Yeah.
and a project manager, and she speaks several languages.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
So you can have that.
Oh,
Checks a
okay.
lot of boxes.
That's all I want.
Okay, yeah.
It does take-
Well, that's it. If we're looking, towards
She said she can help us
with the
find.
building and everything,
work with
certainly
architects.
she's got a lot of expertise to offer. Bylaws.
Bylaws, okay, good, yay, I'm supposed to make a motion here. The motion is Article 7 meetings has to be updated just to reflect our new meeting time. It says in the bylaws we meet at 8, and we would like to change it in both the annual and the regular meeting sections to read 7:30 instead. So that's the motion that I'm making.
Do we have a second? Okay. Me. Oh, you. Okay.
Susan,
No, no argument, right? You can
So-
do it next time.
any discussion?
Just if you would say what art, did you write that in the email? or
I
just have
wrote
it?
Article 7,
Okay.
sections 1 and 2.
Yeah, you could just cut and paste what she cut.
Yeah. It's in the
Picture.
bylaws and it's just.
No
a matter
argument.
She
of-
wrote it in an email
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Put that.
I bet Amanda.
Now,
likes it.
I'm gonna ask for discussion of this because, I think it suits everybody right now.
But when does it not?
It might not in another time, you know, depending on the board members we have. I wonder if there's some way that we could,
Either or?
Make another
I don't
amendment
know, that's
however.
kind of what I was
Yeah.
thinking, was there,
Do we have to publish
Oh,
a
so-
time?
We have to
Yes.
publish it like
Yes.
a week in
Yeah.
advance,
Yes.
don't we?
We do.
But just a week in advance.
Yeah, less than a week.
So we could change the bylaws to allow us to meet some flexibility to meet like,
no,
you could say something like anytime between 7 and 8, the meeting starts, and then.
I don't think that's clear.
So it has to be like a
I
time.
don't think it's practical to try and guess what's gonna come down the pike. I think we should go with what they want.
That might
I
come down to
completely
bylaws.
agree with that,
All right.
because we could always change it again if we
Right.
have
We
to.
can.
all right,
Mary had a
non-issue.
point.
What was that?
If you change it to 7:30, you might be blocking some people who, in the future, that are commuters, who would like to be on the board, but they can't get home in time.
Well, that was
Might
my
be
concern,
harder for
but,
them.
But then we can change it back again.
Yeah.
if we
Right.
need to.
Should you
Yeah.
change your bylaws all the time?
Well, and for something like
Wouldn't
this,
be
when
all
it
the
suits
time.
everybody's convenience, I think that we have to go with, like Kurt said,
Right.
what works for us right now.
yeah, yeah. I just wanted to throw it out there because I know there had been discussion at other points to change it to 7:30. But like Charlie Levisser had a problem and Casey always had a problem. Yeah,
Well, it's past 8 o'clock, Casey's still not here, so.
But he's in a special meeting.
Right,
Yeah.
so that
yeah.
just happened.
Right.
right,
Right.
right.
I think he works from home a lot now too, doesn't he?
Yes, a few days a week.
So,
Yeah, but he had meetings today.
Yeah.
He texted Amanda and me. So, if we're we've discussed the issue enough. All those in favor? All right, another unanimous vote. Finance, nothing. Fundraising, where do you want to talk
Public
about?
relations. PR, that's. where the
Okay,
funds
I'm
are.
sorry.
Well, for fundraising, maybe the board does a table in the September yard sale.
Yeah, I think that his idea was excellent last year when we did it. We'd never
Like we
thought of
have
it.
our-
But you don't want to be
Part of the yard sale?
competing with the book, if the
Well, I
friends do it.
I
Yeah.
don't think we should have books,
Yeah,
you know,
Tchotchkes.
the miscellanea
Mm,
that,
okay.
you know,
So just like a regular table, nothing, okay.
because we
Yeah.
were also competing when we did that with what Joanne did, and so no, I think we should not have books or DVDs. And then any books or DVDs either go with Joanne or with the friends.
Right.
And yeah, tchotchkes. Children, cats, dogs,
Bases,
grandparents
birdhouses, all the
Ah,
things you got sitting around that you.
might not want anymore.
So if we do that, would we, do we have a place to put this stuff? As we're gathering, or do we need to like limit it?
Yeah, it was called Amanda's office.
Yeah, see, I'm not limiting it, so.
Listen, I can deal with it for a limited amount of time. I dealt with it for 2 months. I can survive another 2 months
But not
for a small
forever.
period of time.
Yeah, I'm thinking like have like the 2 weeks prior, this is when we can drop off donations and something like that, just so that
Yeah.
otherwise.
Listen, I packed it in under my desk and in the corner there, so I could take about 15
Christmas
boxes. Yeah, I could take about 15 boxes.
Didn't we have an idea too of doing like I know we've got the tote bags, got the EPO, nobody wants them. But other things with Monroe Free Library and things on
I think that would be great.
That would be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
We had Christmas ornaments at one time, I think. Melanie, did we have Christmas?
Actually, I see them on my Facebook
I
feed
think
all
it-
the time, the books.
Never
Yeah.
done
As
it?
an ornament.
No, I
Yeah.
suggested.
Well, I
we
think
haven't done that.
having, well, I don't think we could.
Right.
Or
That's
maybe library related things that aren't books,
yeah.
bookmarks, or,
Right.
you know, we might be able to get those, in
I
like
think
that.
bookmarks are really old school. Especially when we
You
more.
call me old, is that what you're doing? You call me old?
No, I'm calling your idea old. Okay. I think Christmas,
Very
Mary's idea of the Christmas ornaments, but I don't know where Christmas ornaments come from. Do they come
Oh, there's
from little-
The
websites.
Santa Claus
Yeah.
brings them.
No, there's plenty of websites where you can get your logo embossed on a plain
Yeah.
ball
Oh,
or
sure.
whatever.
A
Yeah.
library Christmas ornament?
Oh,
Yeah,
they're on my
yeah.
Facebook.
Absolutely.
I might buy that.
Yeah.
Or tumblers. or
Right.
anything.
I'd love to get some library swag, like hats, and shirts.
Right.
Yeah, Like a display. Yeah.
I guess,
Like fleece, and they've got
Yeah.
the tumblers, they have
Mhm.
towels because it's a gym, you know.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we could maybe even, if we want to have swag,
yeah.
have it for more than this event.
Right, right.
And
It
we
could
have
be
it
like
for
the
sale all the
kickoff
time.
of the event,
Yeah.
right? And then just, it could be something that, it's an easy thing for you guys to do because you're not hauling stuff. It's just
Yeah.
something that we have that we can store in storage, and then when we need to sell it, we bring it out. I mean, we can obviously have it in the library displayed at all times, but the bulk of it could be in storage. And then during yard sales or whatever, you guys run that table, and you know, it's a fundraiser and it's exposure for you guys, for the opportunity for you to talk to the community. I think it's just a matter of just committing the time to see how much something like that would cost. What's the investment to get it started?
And this is September, the next.
Yes.
yard sale.
Do we have anyone who wants to look into that?
I have a friend who has a Two Crafty Roses kind of business. They do a lot of personalization and stuff.
Who
like
does that?
I think it's called Two Crafty Roses.
Mm.
I'm not 100%
Is that
sure.
local?
Local
Oh.
fair.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Where
Where
just
are
to give
they-
an idea of numbers. Yeah.
Where are they located?
I don't know if they're working out of their home or
Yeah.
their
Oh,
spot or
okay.
whatever, but a lot of times like that, they're working out of their
Okay.
homes.
CLSs, we're doing that, I'm working with them to do that road trip. I don't know if I've talked to you guys about the road trip thing that our CLS is doing this summer, where you, there's gonna be a map, and it's called the RCLS road trip, and the goal is to visit all 47 libraries in the summer, and you sign up and you get a map, and then every library you go to, you get a stamp, like a sticker, and then,
Jeremy Johansson did that.
and then every certain number of stops, you get a prize. So, long story short, they're working with a vendor to get like fanny pack swag and stuff like that. So I can reach out to Joanna from RCLS and ask her how much that's costing as well.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's going to be rolling out in June.
So just all the RCLS?
all RCLS libraries, so all 47. Yeah, I was on that. I'm on that committee. So
Do you know Jeremy?
no.
He's the director of NILA, and he would go in the summer. He had a band, and he knew enough. He knew enough librarians around the state, so he and his son would go and stay with people, and then he'd report about it on Facebook.
Oh, that's great.
Ciao.
I was talking about you.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think that the idea of having something on Facebook, or something with the library website, where
Right.
if you're and if there's something interesting or special about that, being able to post that. Because
Well, once we have the swag, we can do like paid ads so that it'll pop up in people's feeds that we're selling the swag. We could also do obviously social posts every now and then to raise awareness that the library has library swag now. So yeah, there's a lot of options there.
I love the road trip.
Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're really excited about it. We did a training last week for the libraries, and then in 2 weeks we're doing another training, and
I think
it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's gonna be. You get the first stop is a sticker. The 5th stop is an RCLS lollipop. 15th is reusable cutlery sets. 25th stop is a fanny pack that says RCLS road trip. Then there's a water bottle. And then the big prize is a T-shirt, a custom-made T-shirt.
Cool.
So,
yeah,
no, it's gonna be a lot of fun, I think.
just to raise enthusiasm.
Absolutely, yeah.
Libraries in the system that you.
Wouldn't go to.
Yeah.
And then
And some of them are cool. Like,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
cool. We're cool. We
you
are
could
cool.
have
No.
an accompanying map for New York wineries.
well, so maybe not.
Microbreweries that are.
So maybe not wineries, but one of the things that we were working on when we were putting the social media stuff together for it, because I'm on the committee, even though obviously I don't work for RCLS, but I brought the idea to them, and they're like, well, do you want to be on the committee? This is your idea. And I said, yeah. So we worked on the social posts where people can say, oh, come get your map at Monroe Free Library and go have lunch in town, and then hit the Heritage Trail and walk off lunch. So you're not only encouraging people to use the library, but encouraging people to see what's in the local areas. And then we're also doing like cluster posts of like, oh, in Orange County, hit up Woodbury, Monroe, and Tuxedo all at once and get your prize, stuff like that. So I think
That's a dynamite idea.
yeah. So back to the swag.
Yeah. So who's gonna look into it?
I'll look into some and who's gonna look into some.
All right,
as well.
cool.
To the next meeting.
I would probably pick something totally inappropriate.
Well then,
You're what? Well,
We
you're
won't
gonna look
assign
into
it to
something.
you.
I'm gonna refrain.
You're gonna refrain, okay. Probably a good idea since we're being
I'm
taped.
like, well, it's not just that, it's the whole.
Grants.
oh, I got nothing on the grants. Sorry.
That's all right, well, but, don't forget, we're gonna look into, the community one, right? And find out what their focus is this year.
All right, so I will have a meeting this week or next.
Okay. And then maybe we can, see whether those assisted technologies were something that would fit in
Included in
with,
the letter to
Yeah.
Scoopus.
yeah,
And the
with
other
their,
To do that,
yeah,
So who's gonna write the letter to Scoop?
the grants committee will.
yeah.
And we'll meet this week.
Okay, please just don't make it Thursday.
No.
Don't make it
I-
what?
I made, I
Thursday.
babysit Thursday.
Okay. Okay, library operating. I'm going to call for an executive session, to go into an executive session to discuss personnel matters. So I'd like to make a motion that we go into executive session now. Anybody got a second?
Second.
Okay, Ned is second.
And what's
all
the
in-
time?
8:44.
Time is
Okay,
8:44.
all right, and then I'm inviting Amanda to come in with us. So we're going to go into the other room. And we didn't vote, so all in favor of
Oh.
going into executive session? All right, unanimous.
You should know that I walked out of IKEA with packages after speaking to the salesperson. I was like, oh, thank you for letting me know. I walked out. All of a sudden, you're behind me, like, sir. And like security's running with the salesperson. I had walked out, didn't beg. I just walked out. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like I came back, I paid, they were expecting me like to come back 2 hours later anyway to pick something up. I was like, you would have found me.
Well, they say they never,
Exactly.
they never worry about people, so many people walk out unconsciously like that. It's when the person gets out and starts going through their things that they realize that they really intended to steal it.
I didn't even, literally would have been, I would have gotten in the car and assumed that I did pay for it. I wouldn't have thought twice.
I love IKEA. This is bothering me for this, Slade.
It's like, yeah.
His grandparents were here?
Yes.
Wasn't his parents?
It was
His mother was here,
Yeah, his
mother
mother
and his grandparents.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Not his rabbi like originally was supposed to be.
Oh, was the rabbi?
Originally, I think.
Did she change?
She has changed.
Oh, yeah.
She's always been
Yeah,
tiny.
this is bothering me that I don't recognize it.
Sorry, Diane.
Well, you know the,
Well, I'll feel bad. I went to a memorial service and my clerk didn't recognize me.
She had.
Oh, my goodness.
I battled with her for years.
One question, please. Thank you.
Where are we going?
Anyway, I didn't recognize her, I didn't recognize her husband, who I used to know from town board meetings.
No, I'm interested to hear the story. I just, careful for yourself.
Yeah. I just didn't recognize her, it's bothering me.
I got you.
How's it going?
Excellent, thank God. How was it?
Good, thank you.
How was it, everything after
Yes,
I left?
everything,
I heard it was a huge success.
it was, yes. Thank you. Oh, your hand's cold. Or wet.
Doing this for high school?
Yeah.
You picked a good one to go to.
Video's probably still running. No, I'm going again. Do you have to stay for the whole meeting? Because sometimes they're in there for like an hour. I'll find it. Very director. Assistant director.
And do you guys have an agenda by any chance?
Oh, the board member signature. Maybe take her email address. Yeah, give me your email and I'll email it to you. Is it a board member signature you need or just anybody? Okay, I'll just say that. So let me, I'll get you sticky to write down. Sometimes they're in there for a long time.
I see your pen kept falling,
Yeah.
and then your keys.
I know how to spell director, I just made a mistake, right? I will email to you. When you give me, Melanie's gonna get a piece of paper, you can give me your email and I will email to you. You're welcome. I can almost do it right now, let's see. I think I have it in my email. Let me see if I can forward it to you from here. Here you go, sweetie. I'm looking to see if I can forward Pat Shannon's email, agenda.
is your email?
It is CRESTOID6@iCloud.com.
Let me know if you don't get it.
Yes.
Subject and it's going to the agenda. All right. May 8th, 2023, that's the one. You got it?
Yes.
Good, good.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming.
Where should I exit?
Do you want to go out this door over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Push you out. I don't- it's not one. Are you driving?
My God.
Oh my God, I had Girl Scout cookies, I got a whole bag of them.
That's okay.
You want?
I don't have a Girl Scout cookie.
Sure, what kind do you want?
No, don't open a box. Yeah,
Got
all right.
4 boxes,
No, don't
choose
open
which
a
kind you want.
It's all right.
I'll donate it to the.
What's he selling?
I'm not selling anything.
He's offering us
Give me
his Girl
cookies.
Scout cookies. A box of Girl Scout cookies.
Okay.
But you still have your jacket on too.
I know, well, it was.
Oh, yeah.
This is nice. I like
It is like a 25 degree.
We, have to have a vote to come
back
I
out of-
move we come back to
Come out of
Any,
executive
come out of
session.
executive session.
I'll second.
Did you get that?
Susan?
Susan and Terry, all in favor? All right, and that was at 9:45.
9:43.
Woo, all right,
It took a
long
God,
range
we started
planning.
at 7:30.
Mrs. Brown,
There hasn't been anything new with any architects. I have heard again from the MDO. He's planning a trip to New York and wanted to know if he could come and speak to the board. But what I'm thinking is, in kind of looking over the proposals a little bit closer, is the one of the common threads that all are charging for is that community discussion piece.
Yeah.
So maybe, although we did a little bit of it, maybe we work on some of that ourselves moving forward, like hold a community discussion ourselves.
Yeah, we did that with when we were working on the the long range plan. We did that. We
Yes,
had
we have to be
conversations.
more
RCLS
special.
facilitated that. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you do me a favor because I can't find it? Can you forward that email where he breaks it down a little further to what he was going to offer? I think probably the last long version email of him from him that you sent to us.
The MDO?
Yes, because I do want to do a comparison table, but I can't compare him to them if I don't have his stuff. Okay.
And then, so I guess as a committee, we'll have to meet and discuss. I think we had a whole time of year type of thing when it came to talking about scheduling community discussions.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people to participate. Obviously, right now it's super busy.
Right.
But summertime is a good time. They have the discussions for Clean Park, so we'll
Yeah.
just kind of piggyback off of that.
Yeah.
So we'll schedule and talk about that.
very good. Okay,
Public relations, okay.
public relations.
The Friends Group had a great day on Saturday. We sold, over the last week, actually, we've taken in $940. I think, wasn't the check for 540?
Oh, yes, it was. Yes.
From the old Friends Group, we
Yes.
had $540. Diane Levasseur met me at the bank and she closed that account, no problem. And donated the check to the library from the old Friends Group. And then the new Friends Group raised another $400 this weekend. With the books, and we have a whole locker full, storage unit full of books. It's not a locker, it's a storage unit.
Like a pod thing?
I learned the difference. It's over at Life Storage. It's got a roll-up door.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
How many books do you think you have left?
We
Oh,
have
thousands.
filthy, and Susan still has books in her.
Probably
box.
about 1,000, maybe.
I think she estimated we sold about a third of what we had.
Okay.
So yeah,
Which is still
we
great.
can do another sale with the books.
Yeah.
She proposed we do it, or actually I think it was your idea
Yeah.
to do it in conjunction with the children's program at the end of the summer.
Well, so
when-
what I had
10
suggested is that it not be around a children's program. It could be, but that use the tent while we have it. So
Right.
have like it on a Saturday when there's no children's programs, and it could be just a separate thing. You can get the whole tent. You could probably fit like 6 or 7 tables there and really spread out, and advertise it that way. And you can do your
So
your
that
thing.
would that be over the summer then?
It would have to be during while we have the tent. So we have the tent from the end of June to the second week of August.
Could
So
we
10 that time
do
frame.
it in coinciding with the fireworks?
That's July 2nd.
Yeah, something
That's a
like that.
Sunday.
What's that?
July
Is that
2nd's a
the
Sunday.
barbecue type of thing?
Yeah,
that you
Oh,
know
the
about?
so the community barbecue is August 20th. That's after we won't have the tent anymore. But the July 4th fireworks is July 2nd, which is a Sunday. I mean,
Yeah.
the tent will be there, it doesn't matter, but the library, you won't have, I mean, it's different. I don't know.
Yeah, my
I was just thinking
concern,
everybody's gonna come.
People's gonna be around. Yeah, I mean, we can get a table. We got a table last year when we were collecting signatures, but we also did library promo. There's nothing from stopping the friends from getting a table or two at the firework thing. It may be smaller scale, but you could roll out, 2 of the carts or whatever and have a table full of books and do that. I mean, that's a big draw. Absolutely. We got a lot of signatures last year at the parade.
What were you gonna say, Jared?
my concern with using the tent at the end of the children's program is that's when everybody leaves.
Well, no. I
There
mean,
won't be
not
anybody
not
around.
at the end. I was saying have a standalone event because that's how I understood it. You guys wanted to have your own standalone event. Just the fact that the tent is available, that you guys can really spread out. It's going to be the summertime, so you guys can be under a tent and not hot beating in the sun.
Right. But where are the people gonna come from? That's,
Well, look how many people showed up in the rain to donate books.
well, yeah.
So
Plus, you get people walking around the ponds all day long.
yeah, on a
And
Saturday,
you
right?
advertise.
Absolutely.
Well, the advertising has been working.
We
Yeah.
have to have a meeting and talk about it. then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, maybe I can't promise anything, but maybe we can wrap it around a program somehow. But I don't know spacing wise if that would work. Maybe I'd have to talk to Melissa about it. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to interfere with.
Right. It could be, so when they do their summer programming, it's typically just under the tent.
Mhm.
We could do it in the backyard here and because we have smaller pop-up tents and you guys could set up there so that, maybe while the kids are doing their magician, whatever, and the parents can be in the back, book shopping or whatever.
Melissa will probably have some good ideas.
Yeah,
about
we
that
can talk to
as well.
Melissa.
So,
Yeah,
I'll talk
okay.
to her. Okay, the other two things that are on my mind are the thank you notes I mentioned. I would like to send thank you notes to all the volunteers. And insurance for the storage unit. Mary was gonna look into that.
Yeah, I have questions. How much do you want to insure it for?
I have no idea. They're all used books.
And
Why do you have to
deductible so
insure it?
that,
It's required.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If you rent this space, they require insurance. Right
So
now,
what's
it's
the minimum they require?
right now it's
The
costing
The
16.
storage center.
Let me finish a
Sorry, I
sentence.
apologize.
Right now, it's costing $16 a month to insure it through the life storage people. That might be the cheapest thing we can do. I don't know.
Good.
what is the story? They wanted to know how much you wanted to insure it for and and because it's combustible, that puts us into a different class. I don't think that your unit is climate controlled or
No, it's
anything like that, so, okay. So whatever value you want to put on those books,
Okay.
I will send to them.
Well, if we raise another $400 with those books.
They want to say
That's the
400?
value, it's 400.
Oh, that's
I'll
I'll
guess.
send 400. Okay.
I would do it at less of an
Maybe-
insured value because it's gonna cost you to insure it, so I'd say 300.
Oh, yeah, because
I
you're
just
not gonna
mean, yeah.
replace the book
Right.
We're not.
if something happens, which isn't gonna happen.
Right.
And that's why it's like, stupid
Yeah.
to have to insure any of this.
Actually,
because
I wouldn't
just
go,
get more donations.
yeah, how much is the I'm sorry. how
It's
much
just,
is it?
that's why I was surprised it was
Well, I
required.
think that,
$16 a
Sarah's
month?
paying 16. However, if we add it to our insurance, it is just considered an additional structure and it's part of our business owner's policy.
It's not
But then we
extra.
have to add. that
Right
as a
now, all
line
of this
item.
money is on my credit card.
Technically,
Oh, no.
from an insurance perspective, we would have to make life insurance a beneficiary then,
No,
no?
we don't have
Because
that
if-
on our other
But then-
storage unit.
What would happen if a fire broke out in our unit that spread to other people's units and the building of life?
Don't
Storage
overthink this.
Whoa,
Excuse me, I'm sorry, that's fine, I'll take my paperwork and go home. That's
oh,
where you have me here.
it's not like,
Just-
I wouldn't ask,
Brick
I
walls,
would
right?
not,
So
I
that-
would
Open
not
that can of worms.
door.
I just.
I
don't
would
know.
not,
I hear
it's not like we're
firewalls.
I hear
storing
you.
I hear
gasoline.
Maybe, I don't
I
know.
probably does. with cement blocks anyway, right, Terry?
Right.
You'd be surprised, some people put old equipment, like old
Yeah.
lawnmower equipment and stuff.
Yeah, but I think that you have to sign something when you put your stuff in there about who is responsible for what, didn't you? Yeah.
Right now I am. It's on my credit card,
That's
it's
my
in
point.
my name.
Well, if I had a garage, I would offer it, but I live in a condo. And besides, if I had a garage, it'd probably be full of my husband's
So,
crap.
so basically it won't cost the library an additional cost if we add you on versus paying the $16 a month.
It
Right.
might be a minimal increase in our
Right.
The,
premium.
That shouldn't
Okay.
be a burden.
Oh, no.
It's entirely up to what the
Credit
library
card.
wants to do.
Isn't there a separation, I'm
So,
sorry,
yes,
separation
Yeah.
between the friends and the library?
I'm happy to speak to that.
Oh,
Or
got
Terry,
it.
if you want to speak to it. If you want to, no, because I feel like I just interrupted you, but I'm not to respond, I'm sorry. It was a financial
I'm
question.
losing my train of thought, I don't know what's
Are
going
you
on.
only keeping it for like 3 months?
Yeah, well, there, thank you, Mary. I was gonna say that, the plan that the friends are coming up with, the other people, Susan mainly, but, other people too, are aware of it, and is that we will have another sale. If we have any books left in August, if we have any books left, we will join Joanne's sale in September. If we don't have any books left, then we won't. But whatever is left at the end of that, we will recycle or donate.
Excellent.
So we won't have the storage unit after September.
Okay.
So
Whenever
it's short term.
Joanne's sale is. Yep. September 4th is when the contract of my storage unit renews. So that was the kind of the plan.
So,
With regard to your comment about the separation, for right now, based on the conversation that I had with
Stephen?
Fulford, the money is donated to the library unrestricted. However, it's with the understanding that we're facilitating the financial activities of the Friends Group. So even though it's part of our general donations, unrestricted, part of library funding, we're going to keep a separate spreadsheet on what money was donated and what money was spent, so that later, once the Friends Group is up and running in 501c3, the library can donate the remaining balance back to the Friends Group. With that said, all expenses and everything in the meantime that are incurred on behalf of the group have to be submitted to the library and done the same way we do regular expense reimbursement on a voucher documenting everything else.
So I should do that.
Mm-hmm.
I have a form, I think, that says something library, funding for friends.
Good.
There's
Okay.
one.
I'll fill it out.
Awesome.
okay, are we good? We resolved
Thank
it?
you. Yeah.
So
thanks.
then I'm not going to pursue the insurance anymore, I'm just gonna drop it. Is that what you want?
Yeah, unless,
Cause
Well-
it'll be $16 a month that you'll get charged on your credit card.
mhm,
But you'll get reimbursed, I guess, from the friends' funds
right,
down the road.
right.
Correct.
Plus the rental unit.
Right.
Fee.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. If the library wants to continue paying it, they can. But I was also
Yes.
asking about 501c3 status and whether or not they would be willing to donate some of that money to the library and, or a discount. So I haven't heard back yet. But I'll let you know if anything comes through with that.
I just had a question about the thank you notes.
Mhm.
Who should be doing that? Is that something I should be doing?
I don't mind doing it.
Do you have a list?
I know,
Yeah, I can help.
I know the people. I don't have their addresses. I have their email addresses and their phone numbers, but.
Google.
That's just asking for it.
Right.
I'm sorry to,
If you need help.
Circulation, they could look it up.
Yeah.
I'm sure they could, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to kick a dead horse, but why did we say just now that we weren't gonna have the library pursue? Because if it's only gonna cost the library a couple of dollars and it's all flowing through the library anyway, wouldn't it make more sense for the library to take the expense on and the library be reimbursed? Or, we'll figure out the library, Friends Group money paying the library for that incremental portion of it, but $47 over the next 3 months. $51 over the next 3 months. I'm an accountant, not a accountant. the buckets go. $51 over the next 3 months versus what might be $12 or something like that. It's 10% of the initial account balance. You know, $51 versus the $460, losing 10% just on that. It might be better to put it through the library.
I thought we already said we were doing that.
No, Mary
No,
just said
I
that.
did.
And
Oh,
Terry just said that she was going to get reimbursed under her card. Listen,
I'm burned out.
that's why you have me here.
Well, you put a value on the books, 400, so now Mary can go back to them and then get a number, right? If the number is lower, then it makes sense for the library to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
It's hard to make it so
Beautiful.
complicated.
Right, that's what I said.
That's when you're
Don't
tired.
complicate
We
it.
just really had to have a place to put the books.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and that was
100%.
the right thing to do because
Yeah.
Otherwise, what are you gonna do?
They were
I
in
have
my
books,
garage,
you
and
know,
they were in 3 other people's garages besides
and I
mine.
have some in my garage, and I was hoping to put them in the storage
So
unit.
that-
My
And
mom
the
has said
storage
she
unit
wants to
is
tell
so
me.
full, I can't get them in there.
At least it looks like a storage unit, so it's fine.
Oh,
She still has her
alright.
books.
Next, yes, okay,
Sorry.
special committees, Terry and I are gonna get together,
Sometime.
yeah, sometime and work on our little ad hoc committee. All business. Professional development,
I have my trustee 2 class next Tuesday night through RCLS.
online?
Yes.
Good, that's easy.
Yeah. So,
Alright.
so now you have something like that.
So you'll come back to the next meeting smarter
So
than ever.
full of knowledge.
New business. Good and welfare.
Did we already do treasurer's report or we just tabled it?
We
tabled
tabled
it.
it because
Yeah.
you weren't here.
That's fine. Would you like me to present or do you
No.
want to just table it?
No,
and leave
no.
it to me?
It's tabled.
That's good. Warrants were good. There you go.
Sorry.
Could we have a call for adjournment?
Nah.
Oh. All right, Netta was first. Susan is second. All in favor? Yay. All right. Good work, guys.